will start with my 24-hour shift. Some people are quite shocked when they hear that I have 24-hour shifts, with which I get, but that is just the medical life, I feel like.
7:20 a.m. I leave for the hospital in my car. I actually live quite close to it, but I can get quite lazy sometimes, particularly when I have this little suitcase with me. Also, it is a nice feeling to just step into your car after a 24-hour shift because you're tired and you sort of want to put in the least amount of effort to get back home, right?
Hi, my name is Detollenaere. I have my own YouTube channel where I post a lot of videos about my life as a medical student and other medical related topics. I also have my own blog, theworldofkim.com, and you can also follow me on Instagram where I post a lot of other stuff which is not only medical, but I also post a lot of outfit of the days and yeah, just a lot of pretty pictures, I guess. I just got dressed and I will start with my 24-hour shift. It's a Sunday today and it's 8 o'clock in the morning, and I will have my shift until 8 o'clock next morning, so tomorrow morning, which is a pretty long shift actually. Yeah, I think it will be pretty hard, but you know, that's just what medical students and doctors have to do in general. We sometimes have to do very long shifts.
At the emergency room, we don't wear a doctor's coat. At the emergency room, we have to wear a white t-shirt and white pants. It's not my favorite look, if I'm honest, but I certainly don't mind wearing this for such a long shift. We also need to wear covered shoes. Anything comfortable would do. As you might know, I'm not a sneakers type of girl, but for 24 hours, it's much better to be comfortable instead of beautiful.
First, we will have a little meeting where the people that work the night shift will talk about the patients of this night, and after that I will see all of the patients in the waiting room. Okay, so I'm just taking a small break in my room. It's around 16 o'clock, 16:30 at the moment. And that means that I have been doing my shift since 8 hours, so still a lot of hours to go. But it was already a very, very busy day. There are constantly patients. Normally we are with 2 students at trauma care, but for some reason I'm now all alone, and that means I just have more work. So it's really tough to actually vlog and then work non-stop. I mean, I didn't really work non-stop. Obviously I had a lunch break, but still it's pretty tough. It's very hectic, it's very busy, so there's not really a lot of time in between. So I try my best to vlog, but it's just not so easy. And in the morning I was 1 hour at urgent care, and I saw I saw, for example, one patient who had almost a heart attack. So these are really good things to see as a medical student, because these are actually things you should be able to recognize. So it's good to learn a bit. And then most of the day I'm at trauma care, and that means that I mostly see patients who have fallen from the stairs, who have fallen from their bicycle. And so yeah, these people, they have broken bones, they have a lot of pain, ankle distortions. I mean, all of these type of things you see at trauma care. I think I'm going to eat in 1.5 hours, so then I also have a bit of a big break, and then I have the whole evening and then the night. I hope the night will be calm, because if the night is calm, then I am allowed to go to sleep a bit earlier, so fingers crossed.
I get 2 breaks, one for lunch and one for dinner. It's important to eat enough during these breaks when you have long shifts. I just eat the food from the hospital's cafeteria. It's easy and it's not that bad actually. This dish is especially good. Most of the time, I eat with the other medical students who are doing the same shift as me, but in another department of the emergency room.
Okay, this lighting here is just so bad, I just realized, and it makes me look even more tired. I mean, it's logic that you don't really look so good after such a long shift. I mean, the shift is not even over, but you know, I already did around 17 hours straight. So it's logic that you don't really look so good anymore, but I think I will go to sleep, and fingers crossed that it will be a calm night. Okay, good night.
This is my deck for the night. I'm allowed to doze off for a bit, but when there is an emergency surgery during the night, they will alert me and I will have to wake up to assist them. Let's hope it will be a calm night so that I can get some sleep.
I'm back in my car. My 24-hour shift is over. And I'm a bit happy because, you know, it's such a long shift and it's sort of like such a relief when it's over. I mean, not that I don't like to do that type of work. I mean, it is, I learn a lot during the shift and but just in general, I don't really want to become an emergency doctor. It's not something I'm completely passionate about. Anyway, I'm just really happy that my shift is over and I can get to rest at home. I have a whole day to rest and to relax, and honestly I really like to be able to relax after you have worked hard. I mean, it's the most satisfying thing. So luckily it was also a pretty calm night, so I did get a couple of hours of sleep, but not a lot. I think I only got around 3 hours because also couldn't really sleep at all because the blankets that I had, it was so thin, it was so cold, and yeah, it was not really ideal. I think they really should do something about that. But yeah, some people are quite shocked when they hear that I have 24-hour shifts, with which I get, but that is just the medical life, I feel like. But maybe there could come some changes to the system because, I mean, also pilots, they only fly 8 to 10 hours straight. So why do doctors have to keep going? Because I realized in the beginning of the shift around 8 o'clock in the morning, I was like full of life and I had so much energy and I was smiling so much, and then gradually during the day and especially in the evening, I became a bit grumpy even, just because I was so tired. And I don't know, I honestly think also just for the quality of care for patients, I think it would be better if doctors wouldn't get such long shifts. For me, I mean, I'm such a smiling and happy person, but at a certain point, I just got so tired. And yeah, it was also just a very tough shift. Like, it was really every 15 minutes another patient and not really having a lot of breaks, and it was pretty tough. But anyway, even though it was a very hard shift, I really learned a lot in a very short time. So that was good because you actually, as a medical student, you see a lot of patients. So every 15 minutes you see another case, and you learn a lot. I mean, if it is a bit too busy, it's a bit harder to learn because it's just like one patient after the other, and I don't really have a lot of time to look into it. But yeah, you learn a lot, so that's great. And yeah, honestly, I'm looking so much forward to my day off now. So I'm just going to drive home and hope to see you next time.